Alright, hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm touching the truck here.
All I ever do is work, I don't get no rest.
Man, we
I
got
know
some video
first
footage.
night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble water.
You just wouldn't believe how much rocking the truck is doing. Oh shit.
Oh, man, drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
Mike's
weather
where the page goes live again.
coming in. Currently, I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries. But semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, and the trees beside me are completely sideways.
Friend uptown said things were bad when he was feeling
I'm not sure what the
bad.
gusts are, but
I told
definitely,
him Thursday's on the
this is
way.
a tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts.
Mike's where the page will be
I got the back turned right now, and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada. All right. There we go.
Was everybody dancing? Hey, I was dancing. You can't hear my chair anymore. Look. I squeaked the chair. I unsqueaked the chair. You know I hate clicky mouses, and then recently it was my squeaky chair. And James Ford, I'm squeaky clean. I saw your comment. Oh, good morning. We got BOGO dogs today because they must be jealous. Remember I said the other day the dogs are like people? Well, I picked up Hunter. Guess who got jealous? Louie. So I had both dogs on the lap. So we'll start out with Hunter because he's kind of squirmish right now. He didn't really have a spot because Louie came in and took over. I only have so much lap space. They love that song so much they were doing a lap dance. So all right, can you take me serious in this hat first off? Because I just saw somebody said they just came over from TikTok. That's crazy. That's awesome. Jennifer Boggs. It's a nutshell hat. So TikTok's become my second biggest platform. I can't believe it. It's unbelievably big over there. So I started this thing called Weather in a Nutshell because, and then I Googled or Amazon a nut hat. So I got a nut hat. It's a nutshell. It's weather in a nutshell. Can you take weather seriously from a dude wearing a bucket nutshell hat? I don't know. We're fixing to find out. We're fixing to find out. So anyway, sorry we missed yesterday, everybody. I got my socks here. Look. So that was evidence that I got my colonoscopy yesterday. I think I looked kind of out of place. I walked into the place with my flip-flops on, and she goes, "Do you want any socks?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So I got the socks. I wore them to the Draft House for lunch afterwards. I was craving the Draft House in Dunedin's got Brussels sprouts, bacon, and feta cheese. It's the most amazing thing on the planet, and that's all I kept thinking about when I was on the bed. So, but hey, thanks to all the wishes. I had a bazillion people reach out. Everything's good. Thankfully, everything's good. You know, I've been scared for years to get this done because you just don't know. And a lot of thoughts went through my mind. I have a lot of friends that got cancer, and I'm like, man, what if they find something? You know, I mean, sometimes you don't want to know, so you don't go, right? I was kind of in that spot. I kept pushing it back, and, you know, I told my dad I'd get one, and I told him this year I'd get one, and I did, and it's not that bad, guys and gals. I guess, right? Girls get them too, so here I am. Didn't even know I had it done, but your little soapbox for the day. Get her done! So thanks again, everybody. So what is this? This is our daily brew, right? Hello, everybody. We've been streaming live since 16. As soon as Facebook started going live, we've been doing this. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits has been sponsoring us here at Mike's Favorite Page now for 5 years. So if you live in Florida, please visit them. They're a great company, family owned and operated since 1936, and great company. They do a lot for me and my family, so we really appreciate it. They take care of their employees too, like family. So it's our family, and they were my first corporate sponsor, and they do a lot. So if you live in Florida, we really appreciate them for everything they do for Florida and us. So that's what we do. Daily Brew. We talking weather. So we're gonna say hi to some folks. Let me pull up Louie because he'll be jealous, and then we'll get right into it. I know the tropics got everybody worked up right now. Here's the current map. There's nothing to get worked up about. First off, there's nothing to stress about at this point. So if you saw the Cat 6 video on social media, guess what, Louis? There's no Cat 6. There's no Cat 6 coming September 6th. Now, there could be a hurricane. Who the heck knows, right? Nobody knows. Mother Nature knows. But, man, that video went viral. I wish I could have a video that went viral, like 1 million plus views about it, and everybody believing what they hear. You know, that's the problem with today. Everybody believes everything. If it's on the internet, it must be true. Right. By the way, that video that I posted this morning was from Ada down in the Keys, and I took a picture from Hooters. Me and Phil stopped at Pembroke Pines on the way home in Miramar and had flooding from Ada, and I said, chasing Ada in the Keys, and they had Christmas decorations up. And somebody's like, there's no Hooters in Keys, and you probably weren't even there. I'm like, okay, I stopped at Hooters on the way back from the Keys. I got to be more specific on the internet. People like to argue about every damn thing, man. It pisses me off. So, it gives me a reason to enjoy drinking at night. Anyway, so we're going to do the hat today. What's up, James? What's up, Mary? Yeah, it's a BOGO puppy day. Eric Jones, yeah, we're watching. This is the most imminent threat, obviously, is a wave we're going to talk about that's going in the Gulf. They did up the chances to 30% now. So we'll get into that here in a second. No Cat 6 on anything coming. The worst part for me, Janet, was not the prep, because I got lucky and got to do the pills. They do the 12 pills at night, 12 pills in the morning. I slept good. It was finding the damn IV, man. I was like, oh, God, this is not fun. Poke. Alan, what's going on? Devon, thank you, buddy. Good morning, Carrie from Clearwater. Big fishing tournament down in Tierra Verde this weekend. Desiree, that's okay. I don't lose any sleep over it. What's up, Vicky Miller? Good morning. Chris, Rays win? Yep. Man, Rays they started out on fire, and guess what? Everything that has happened bad to the Rays has happened. Another Tommy John surgery coming. Ash May from Inglewood. Hey, Ash, did you see my storm chasing video from Ian? It's a 30-minute video, and I put it together. Maybe I'll upload it again. But I was very close to Inglewood during the whole Hurricane Ian chase. Sarah from Houston, rain's coming. Juju from Fort Myers, you have a little morning storms this morning, maybe? Dirk, good morning. What's up, brother? Yeah, that's the pills I got, Jess Love. Chuck, yep, everything went good. First time viewer from Abaco. Holy moly. Thank you, Caden. Of course, I was covering Dorian. Unfortunately, I know for you guys and gals, it was rough. We had 44,000 people watching our live stream during Dorian. Jason's strong. What's up? Only 107 today. That's not bad, Jason. All right, let's get into the weather. Say bye-bye, Louie. Look at my boy. Oh, he's such a good boy. By the way, any Chevy guys out there, listen. Chevy. Anybody working at a Chevy dealer, I need a thermal bypass valve for an 18 Chevy Silverado transmission. My transmission now is overheated twice because of our unbelievable heat. I guess there was a service bulletin out for that year, 18 Silverado. So if you know what I'm talking about, there's a nationwide shortage. If you could find me one, I'll pay for it and I'll send you some shirts and some swag. I need a thermal bypass valve. Mike's weatherpage at gmail.com or message Shelly or something. I don't want to go storm chasing and have to have my transmission stop in the middle of a hurricane. That would stink. So anyway. Oh, Camille today. Oh, good reminder there, Tanya. Yes, Camille 69. So there's been 4 Category 5 hurricanes that have made landfall. They had Ian as a 5 briefly, and then they still had it as a Category 4 when it made landfall. So unless we had a lot more Cat 5s, I don't even see the need for a Cat 6 because Cat 5s are rare, you know. Chris is on it. Maybe Chevy dealers are, you know, not letting anybody buy them. My Goodyear buddies here, the Leon, Nick and Vinny. All right, so we got Hillary in the Pacific. All right, let's go to the website real quick, Mike's web page. So I do have a lot of things updated to show you. So we have Invest 98. So both of those systems out in the Atlantic are Invest now. We have Invest 98. Well, they call them Invest because they have a guesstimated center of circulation so they can run spaghetti models. So Invest 98, everything you need to know is on Invest 98. We got the Tropical Tidbits link that's going to go to his site. The radar, satellite, there's 99. Then we have Hillary. Hillary, there has not been a lot of landfalling tropical systems, and I think I heard in the 30s was the last time California. Now they get scraped by storms a lot, but a direct landfall has not happened, I guess, since the 30s. So if you're curious about Hillary out in the Pacific, I have all the data on that. And spaghetti models are looking kind of interesting. There's a lot of them going straight up through California. Now it's going to weaken some, yes, but they're still showing it as a possible tropical storm as it enters California, which is amazing. So there's going to be some effects are going to be later in the weekend, more first of the week for California and the Southwest. Flooding maps are starting to show this. Now this is pretty big. You know, deserts out there, they don't drain very well in the water. So we have a big flood area out west. And now check out that's day 3. Now look at day 4. We got red popping up in southern parts of California. So expect the big news to come out early part of the week here. This is Sunday, Monday. Bad flooding out west from Hillary. I think we have a day 5 experimental map now too. Let's see what they're showing for day 5 here. Day 5 is back to yellow. So it's definitely Sunday, Monday, but 3 days, man. There's day 5 right there. Yeah, 3 days, man. 3 days of heavy rain. Unfortunately, too, we're going to see a lot of winds. Winds are going to cause power outages. Make sure you fire up your Furman power equipment generators, official generator state of Florida, and the official generator of Mike's web page. And why do I say that? Because Florida Division of Emergency Management recognizes Furman as the only official generator of FDEM. So, pretty awesome. All right, so Hillary, everything you know is on there. Again, time is later this weekend into the first part of the week. Now, let's show you this real quick, then we'll get into what we're talking about. So, it's looking very impressive on satellite, by the way. It's going to intensify to a major hurricane. Cooler water should reduce it to a storm as it nears California, but should still be packing some punch. The latest advisories here for, let's see, go to the track here, just south of the border, still 60 mile an hour winds. So that's pretty dang impressive if you think about it. We don't have watches and warnings yet because remember, watches and warnings get issued 36 hours, 48 hours ahead of a storm. So this is deceiving because it looks like you're going to have a system. You are. It's just they don't issue watches until 48 hours from landfall or when you can experience those conditions, not landfall. When you, because you remember, even though the storm is way south, you'll start to experience conditions 12 hours earlier sometimes. But they won't issue those until 48 hours out or 36 hours out. Little tidbit for the day. And this is a great map here. This one kind of gives you an idea, timing of when you might start seeing tropical storm force winds. And midday Sunday, we could start to see tropical storm force winds into Arizona or so. Jason Sutton, Greg Montgomery, are you guys going to get a tropical storm before I do? That's not even logical. How's that even possible? How are you in Furman headquarters going to get a tropical storm before us here in Florida? That makes no sense. Anyway, all right. What's going to happen here close to home, since that's what everybody's worried about. So I do want to bring up a lot of other things going on in the world, but let's talk about this right here since we got a lot of people watching. So we got this little area in the Gulf. There's nothing to be worried about right now. It's 30%. I was a little surprised they upped these chances. Operational models that we look at typically are not really showing much development right now. So the NHC is again kind of going more with human versus models again. Same thing with Invest 98, which we're going to show next. That's the one that's down there in the middle Atlantic. Models aren't really doing much with that one either, but they're up to 60% chance. So let's talk about the Gulf right now. So there's an area of low pressure right now. I'm going to show you. It's right here. It's tied to a tropical wave, and this is actually going to cross through Florida this weekend and possibly develop. It's a little bit of, I don't like to say the word concern, but, you know, conditions are kind of looking favorable for some development. And we've seen systems, remember Sally? We've seen systems kind of organized quick. So we got to keep an eye on this, not being a fear monger. I'm just talking about history. So there you go. All right, so what's it look like right now? Well, this area right now is a tropical wave. We got to go way to the bottom of the page here. This guy right here. So here's this map. This area right here actually is a tropical wave, and it's going to scoot across Florida this weekend. So we're keeping our eyes on this system right here. You know, strong trade winds, high pressure are blowing it that direction. So that is the area if you're curious about what we're going to look at. So the reason that it looks suspicious is this. Let's go to, so we'll go to Weather Nerds first, and then we're going to look at all the operational models. So these are all your European ensembles, and we can really zoom in here to this area. This is weathernerds.org. The dude's name is Matt. I love the site. I love Levi's site, and we use those two sites the most. But here you go. This is timing. This kind of gives you an idea. Now, remember, if you're kind of new to the site, these are all the different members of the European model. There's 51. So these aren't 6 storms that are popping up. These are just 6 brains. So if you have 51 kids in the classroom, how many of you kids think that there's going to be a low pressure? Well, 6 jump up, and there's 6 of the kids. We don't have 51 yet. But the general motion here is this. You can see it. Now, important to look at this kind of stuff too. Look at pressure readings, okay? These aren't hurricanes. These are 1001, 1008, 1006. So I've been showing you a lot about the blob of juice coming across Florida. That's a given. Low pressures don't mean hurricanes. You know, you got to really be careful. Just because I show a blob of rain doesn't mean it's a hurricane. But this juice is going to cross through Florida over the weekend, and then we're going to watch it because, you know, 999. You know, we're starting to see some of these drop. 995, not all of them, but you can see that is the general flow. And timing here is, let's say right here, this would be Sunday night. So we have Sunday night. There's right here. Hold on. So there's Sunday night. All right, it's Sunday night. Monday morning, Tuesday night, Tuesday morning. So it has about a day and a half. Now, the good news is that it doesn't have a lot of time. Okay? But we still watch it. So one of the big deterrents on this thing becoming like a category 6, which there is no such thing, is time. Systems need time to develop. So that's one positive, at least. It won't have a lot of time to develop. But what does it do here? You know, we got to watch it. The water is extremely hot right now. So there's your general flow. Now, deceiving too, most of the time these systems have, counterclockwise motion. So even though our system might be passing here, you can expect the spiraling of the typical tropical system shoving a lot of rains and storms up towards the upper Gulf. Usually center line to the right is the worst side as far as rains go. So still expect something there in Louisiana, maybe even Mississippi, Alabama, the Florida Panhandle. That's the latest. Let's look at the operational runs. So this is what we used to do years ago. We would only look at operational runs, but the operational runs this year are not really doing very good with tropical systems. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're going to watch the Euro here. The Euro on Friday, blues are lowering pressures. You kind of see a little bit of vorticity right here in the Gulf, very little. So follow the yellow. This is, Saturday. This is the core of that juice. And as it gets into the Gulf, you can see a little brighter oranges. That's just showing you a little bit more spin in the atmosphere. And that's the general direction of the Euro. And it actually develops it, which is so weird, over Texas. This red dot over the Texas tip there, that's usually what you would see over water, and that would be organized system. But I don't really know if it's going to organize over Texas. But this is weak. That's a weak system on the latest Euro. There's a big blob of rain. This is Monday to Tuesday. But as far as development goes, yeah, we'll see. So that's been the thing. Euro not showing much on its main operational run. So again, nothing to worry about. Rainmakers can be good, especially if you need it. Rainmakers can be bad with flooding, but this one's going to move too. I mean, you can see it. It's not going to stick around. Tropical systems that stick around are the ones that we worry about as far as flooding goes. All right, so let's look at some other runs. Let's look at the latest Canadian. By the way, this is tropicaltidbits.com, and I have all those linked on the top left of the website. There you go. So the latest Canadian's been pretty consistent. You got to give it credit. This is Tuesday morning. Little system right here in Texas. Nothing too organized. Same thinking. Latest icon. It's usually pretty good. There he is. Not bad. Look at that. Same thing. 1008. So again, weak system showing. There's nothing to worry about right now. There's nothing showing up yet to be anything concerned about yet. Until we start to see the models, the one thing it doesn't have is time. So that's the good news. So there you go. And I don't show the GFS anymore until it proves me wrong. All right, there's that. Let's look at some ensemble members on the Euro. We just kind of did. Here's a different way to look at it. Just to give you an idea, the general thinking here, you start to see these little dots popping up, and these are organized little systems, those same lines that I showed a minute ago. So bottom line on the Gulf system, listen, sound like my buddy Justin. Listen, did you know? Tropical juice spreading up towards the Bahamas tomorrow and Saturday, Florida Saturday, Sunday. It's going to plop over in the Gulf of Mexico. Then we'll watch. The good news, like I said, is it's only got a day or two, and that's usually not enough time for tropical systems to develop. That's probably why the models aren't doing too much with them. One more look on the juice side of it, just to kind of give you, I love looking at precipitable water maps because it kind of gives you an idea what it would look like as far as juice goes. And when I say juice, I mean rains. I probably should stop saying juice so much, but I should say the word moist more. People love the word moist. All right, so here is Saturday morning. There's our moist, our moist and juicy blob of red. Rain chances are going to be up across Florida this weekend, unfortunately, or fortunately. Once we start to see dark reds and purples, this is Sunday midday, then we start to see purple. Heavy concentration of moisture in the air. And you can see it really blossom there. So that, regardless, this is Monday. Lots of potential rains along the coast. I'm telling you. Then we go to Texas here, and here's the final look, and that is a lot of moisture. So if your rain, if your rain forecast isn't showing much now, early week, man, anybody got a translator for that? It looks like a lot of rain's coming regardless. Now, because it's over that warm water, man, and we're going to be dealing with storms. We're going to be dealing, as a matter of fact, what's it look like? Let's take a look. What will this thing look like? Let's go back to the Euro here, and let's take a look at what it could look like in the Gulf as far as simulated satellite. So, see that? Not scary, but it's a blob. And sometimes these blobs can produce nasty storms. They're going to be rotating. They're going to be coming in off of the Gulf. So anybody out in the Gulf this weekend by Florida, and this is more Monday, Tuesday, be alert. This has been really consistent. So, but nothing's changed as far as intensity goes. So I'm not going to hype it up much more than that right now. And there's the water vapor loopage. So that's interesting. Unfortunately, again, Florida, good for some if you want rain, and if not, you're going to get rain. So there you go. One big ass long run-on sentence right there. Okay, so let's take a look at the other things. So we have an Invest 98 and an Invest 99. Good morning, Miss Cindy Norman. I saw you. Hey, Austin, my buddy Austin. Euro, good. GFS, bad. Daytona's coming. Anybody work at GM, by the way, I need a thermal bypass valve for my transmission for an 18 Chevy. We'll give you a Cat 5 subscription. I can't be storm chasing and have my transmission shut off on me. Hopefully it's not 100. Oh, it's a 6-speed, Chris. I believe it's 6-speed. They told me the dealers are hoarding them. By the way, it's my nutshell hat if you're asking. This is my TikTok hat. So, all right, let's talk about the other systems. So, we have Invest 98. We have Invest 99. They look terrible right now, I will admit. We have some dust out there. I can't make or break what the heck is going on. Somewhere in this mess right here is 98. And then we have 99 right here. 99 is a little more defined. It's somewhere right here. But this 98's not really looking good at all. What's got my attention, and I keep posting it, is the Euro breaks off a piece and it brings it more into the Caribbean, whereas the NHC is making it look like it's doing that. So we're going to digest 98 here in a second. Oh, Jeff Fowler just posted. I'll look back at the links, man. Sorry. Those Kristen Lynn, these are nuts. What? Hey, Mitchell, what software am I using to show models? Well, Tropical Tidbits is the best. I got a link on the very top left of the website. What's Glenn this weekend, Mark? Cool. Loop Eddie Lambs, that's right. Hot water. Port St. Joe, Renee, that's a great area. We love Apalachicola. BS, you might be right too, man. I don't know the number, guys, but appreciate it, man. Let's figure this out. I know that my favorite cut of steak, I really don't care. You know what? I like sirloin. I'd like a sirloin. All right, so let's talk about the Caribbean car. And all right, so there's nothing imminent, nothing guaranteed. If you look at the National Hurricane Center right now, this is the number one thing to always look at when you want to know official information. So this is 98, and this is Invest 99. So is interesting. So it makes it look like it's going to miss the Caribbean, right? Well, kind of does. But again, the euro is not developing at all, and that's got me really wondering. Again, now we're humans against models again. The euro is not showing much with it at all. So let's go back to tropical tidbits and take a look at the euro. And you can see this is the general low pressure area, and it's really not doing anything with it. It's a matter of fact, it's still bringing, to me, I'm really surprised the NHC's circle is right there, because to me it just seems like there's been more support that the low pressure is going to end up being weak and just keep on trucking through the Caribbean. So I put out last night, anybody in the Caribbean, this weekend, this could be 98. I mean, this is rain regardless this weekend. I mean, you can see it approaching the islands. So that's consistent that the Caribbean should be watching this weekend, as Invest 98's very tricky to me. Things I'd like to do, we look at the Knoll School winds and just as lower level. I was looking at it this morning, and what you do here is, again, go back to here and we look at latitude, longitude lines. And don't ask me the difference between the two. Even though Shelley years ago sent me a cheat sheet that I must have lost, I still don't know the difference. I know changes in latitude, as a Jimmy Buffett song, but I get them confused. Anyway, so we're looking somewhere around 38, and we're looking somewhere around 36. 38, 36. So let's click right here. Right here. Boom. There it is. 38. So this is where the NHC is tagging Invest 98 right here. And obviously the other one's right here. But let's worry about 98. So Invest 98's right there. Okay. Looking at 38 on Weather Nerds. So the whole point of this is this. I think that the system, or wait a minute, 99. The hell? I got them backwards? There's no way. Did I get them backwards? I might have messed them up. I don't know. Oh, I did mess them up. Oh, well. 99's ahead of 98. But nothing else is different other than I screwed up. 99's the first one. So we're looking at 98. 99, we're looking at 99. So we're looking at, I keep thinking mile marker 38. So if you look at this right here, let's look at latitude, longitude lines on, and here we go, and let's put them right here. So if you look, I can't even see them. That didn't work out too good. Oh God, let's zoom out a little bit more. All right, let's try it again. Let's make it bigger, and then we'll put the lines in. We have to go over here. We have to tell it to put the lines in, and then we go here, because I'm trying to see 38. Please. There we go. Thank goodness. Then I really look like an idiot. All right, so 38 is somewhere around here, but we have all this way out in front. So what I'm getting at is, I don't think there's a defined low yet enough to not take our eyes off of this clump of juice out ahead of officially 99. Man, I'm all screwed up. 99, not 98, 99. So that's just curious to me. We're going to keep an eye on this blob right here. And the reason being is a couple things have happened over the course here of the few days. So what we've seen here with the Canadian yesterday, it looked like there was a setup of the gyre, Central American gyre coming, and let's go to the weekend here. So what we're seeing is this low pressure area, and a lot of the models has been kind of camping out over here, where you typically see one of these CAG setups and pulling to the north a little bit. So that is definitely a scenario that if this thing gets down in here, does it make the turn? Even the euro yesterday was showing it, I think, on the overnight yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday's 12Z. I lost a day because of my thingy. So here's this weekend. See the dark low pressure area? And it kind of pulls up low pressure here midweek next week. So, what I saw with some models is something like this. Not to say it's official or anything, but if that piece of energy stays low, then we could see some low pressure down here trying to get going. And again, see, there's one on both sides. So when you start to see that, and you start to see things, I'm not going to get into all that too much, but you start to see a very broad rotation down here. You can see it with the wind barbs. I was pointing to one that's not the direction. Sorry. I'm going to have somebody email me. But when you start to see broad rotation here, storms usually get spit out on either side. So that could even be happening. But when we look at the reason I'm talking like this and losing everybody is that the continuation here of this idea is this. And here's Weather Nerds showing this. So this is all Invest 99 on Weather Nerds. But as we've been seeing, there's some that keep on trucking westbound. And that's all I'm saying. Eventually, they're turning north. Look. So long range, if you were to look at long range modeling, they are going to turn. But the deeper this thing gets in the Caribbean, we could have some trying to go more north. So again, this thing's too far away to be too worried, but definitely going to get some action in the short term this weekend from what appears to be a messy Invest 99 that might not get going. So my thinking is what we're going to maybe see is that this X is going to keep on going this way, and then they're going to keep on doing the circle along with it, which is going to start to include the Caribbean. So there's that. So as far as 98 goes, so far it looks like it's not going to do much. See, this is so weird. This is 98. Oh, that's right, 98. So there's 98. A northwest track. This is the far setup. Guaranteed to go out to sea yet? We'll see. There's no guarantees ever. Let's go back to Weather Nerds and zoom out and look at the whole basin again and see long range here. The thinking. Now since I have the site updated, Weather Nerds also has and then look, we have a fifth wave coming off Africa behind Invest 98. And then a sixth wave. So we have 98, 99, 98. Then we get new one. Isn't that fun? It's definitely bound to pick up. Everybody's talking about the dust. I've advertised the dust a lot this year. Well, the dust typically, we had a big plume here. Typically when we don't have a big plume, but it does appear that it's slowly dying. So this is the end of August 27th. Look at that. Almost no dust in the Atlantic. That is huge. Right now, fair amount of dust. Dust is dry air. Dust helps dry up the middle atmosphere and takes away that humidity and moisture that storms need. But look at now to 10 days. That's a huge drop. So add that along with your MJO cycling through. Still seeing signs we could be getting into a little bit more of an enhanced phase of the MJO. Yellow means slower tropics usually. Blue means busier tropics usually. Especially the velocity models are showing the end of August still green, with quite a bit of green over the Atlantic. The green usually enhances more tropical chances. So things are pointing to the fact that we could see some things really getting busy here. This is a new global tropics hazards map. Shelley said there's so much confusion on this that I should do a whole show on it. So anyway, Bobby, there's a 99 and a 98. The only thing that's confusing, Bobby, 99's first, 98's second. And 99 to me is confused. I'm really surprised I gave it 60%. Because this look like models aren't really doing much. Hey Joe, OOZ, which model looked interesting? Let me take a look. Remember all the years of Invest 99, Bobby, too, by the way. We've had so many amazing Invest 99s. So what does this map mean? Well, first off, you have to know geography. So one comment we get is, where's the United States? Well, first off, the United States is right here. So this is U.S. right here. Whoa, that arrow's not looking too good. Right here. That's the U.S. right there. So there, we got that out of the way. Now we know where the United States is at. Secondly, what does this mean? Well, look at the dates. These are dates. I'm not really trying to be sarcastic. Trust me. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe there's Cat 6. Maybe not. All right. So we look at the dates. These are areas that they could see tropical areas. So the key word with this graphic is areas to watch. There's no specifics. This is just telling you where conditions are going to be favorable for whatever's showing here. Rain, dry weather, above normal rains, whatever. So when we see the red Barber sign look here, that's 20% or less chance that we're going to see something tropical. When we see that little darker red, 40% chance. Then they jump into the end of August, and they're pretty much just kind of throwing it out there that, hey, the Atlantic's somewhat favorable. So that's all that means, is that this area could be favorable for development next week, which we know that. So it's just a way to look at areas that are favorable for development. There's nothing specific with this map at all. As far as directionals or who's getting what or what's coming, ifs, ands, or buts. Check out the 7-day rain map. So, look at that's a crazy map right here. Look at this. This is nuts. What the hell's going on here? We got a big old high pressure area. Look at that. The middle part of the U.S. is denied. This is 7 days of rain. This isn't like a day. This is 7 days of no rain, man. I'm talking a crazy 7 days. You know how you verify that? Go to the heat map here. Look at this. Boom. Hazardous heat. Look at that. That's because it's high pressure. Heat, no rain. But going back to that map, my goodness, look at that. Rain across the peninsula, right? Everybody's been praying for rain. Rain makes corn and whiskey. Heavy rain possible for the Florida Peninsula. And that's from our tropical wave that's fixing to come up through the Bahamas and crossing over the state. And then look, not showing anything here yet. That is not real. Not real at all. I don't believe that at all. You will be getting more rain in Texas, and you will be getting rain in Louisiana, I have a feeling. That is false. This is going through Thursday. So I have a feeling this is going to pick up. Let's look at some individual models, by the way. But then here's the California rain. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. We got flooding rains up into the base of California. That's some significant rain. There's going to be some big-time flooding out west, spreading well inland, with the majority of it Sunday, Monday from Hillary. But that'll be a big story. Winds, too. I'm telling you, you're going to get some winds. All right, so let's look at these rainfall totals real quick. I don't believe that's correct. I don't see how in the world, with that much precipitable water, we cannot have more rain than that. That does not seem logical, as Spock would say. Let's just look at Texas here. Look at rainfall. All right, so there's the latest Euro, and that's definitely showing a lot more than what that showed. So yellow is up, 1 to 2 inches here, which should still be more than that, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But there's your rain path. I have a feeling it's going to get picked up. But anyway, hey, everybody in Houston wants rain. That's still inch to 2 possible officially. GFS, not bad model other than tropics goes. It's showing a little bit farther to the south. Man, it really maybe you're not gonna get a lot of rain. I don't see how, but anyway, that's the models. I have learned we do 90% models, 10% human when I try to discuss, because sometimes the models are just smarter than people. So maybe that high pressure is going to creep in and steal away. I don't know. That's a lot of moisture, man, to be. But hey, that's why we watch the tropics. All right, let's look at a blend here. Let's look at 10-day. Hey, whatever, man. I don't know. Maybe you won't get a lot of rain. Doesn't seem possible. To me, this is like a soap opera. We're on Monday of a week-long soap opera here, right? We're going to end it with, like, here's the current models. Stay tuned for more. Because if we got a tropical system, you're going to have more rain than that. Guaranteed. But, man, it'd be welcoming. It'd be welcoming. So what area are we looking at? So we're looking at this area right here. Let's zoom in on it a little bit. This is kind of fun to know where it's at so we can track it. This is the wave, and there it is. We'll keep an eye on it, you know. It's just a wave. That's what we got right now. It's nearing the Bahamas. It's going to be inching towards Florida. This is what's going to be watched in the Gulf next week, or early week, Sunday, Monday. That little guy right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't think there's any rotation or anything with it yet. It's just a wave. You might see a little bump. Bobby calls them baby bumps. Baby bumps. Don't even see a baby bump. Don't see hardly anything with it. Just a wave. Just a wave. Just a wave, man. A lot of shear out there, obviously. Upper level low again. So if you're curious what the heck this thing is, that's another upper level low. You could probably see it on the water vapor loop. Let's go to the water vapor loop. Look south of Cuba here. And there it is. Doesn't look that impressive compared to the one the other day, but there is a little low pressure area. That's kind of flaring up some of these storms too, and it's kind of driving our system this direction. So a lot of wind shear, obviously, a lot of dry air. Don't expect anything. There's a lot of wind shear here too. So it's not expected to develop in the short term. The old school wind charts right here, shear map. It's hard to look at, but you can see it's in a little pocket right now underneath that low, but it's going to enter a lot of wind shear right here. As you can see, that low pressure dipping down. Easier colored map is here. And there's that signs that, I think they call these tuts sometimes. But anyway, there's a big old dip in the jet. So once it gets past all that into here, then let's look at some shear forecasts and some other things with our system when it gets into the Gulf. So let's look at some shear markers as we get into the Gulf. So let's take a look at this weekend. All right, so as we get into Sunday, so they're kind of the same jet stream thing, but there's going to be a little window underneath this thing. That's kind of a high setup around it. So there's going to be a little light pocket of wind shear in the Gulf. These are your upper level winds, and it still continues to look like there's going to be overall light shear in the Gulf. This is for Monday morning. Tropical tidbits, we can look at actual jet stream upper level winds. Actually, let's look at the Euro. Euro is probably the best when it comes to upper level winds. So we look at Monday, and it's pretty light. There's upper level, looks like an upper level system moving with it. So I mean, it's pretty light winds here. This is Monday, Tuesday, so there's really not a lot of wind shear. Could find itself parked up underneath this little packet here of light wind shear. So could be interesting to watch. Obviously, the water temperature, we talk about it all the time, but it's tremendous. Unbelievably warm waters right now in the Gulf. Record warm waters, actually. And most of them are in the 90s. So anything in the white here is pretty much 90s. Extremely hot water. So this is the great unknown that nobody knows about, right? What's going to happen. And another thing that we noticed the other day, talking about the loop currents and loop eddies, they really are running deep this year, deeper than I've seen in a long time. Typically, they don't go that far upland. Is it up? Is it upland? Yeah, up the Gulf, but that's your Gulf Stream loop current. So it's a lot of hot water being pumped in from the Caribbean. That's why we're getting these tremendous. These loop currents go down up to 3,000 feet, and are actually rivers in the Gulf that supply warm fuel. So another thing to kind of look at. So there you have it. Let's leave it right here. This is our old school map showing you development, chances. Light here off of the coast of Florida. Heavy. A lot of confusion. I like this map here. This really puts it in perspective. They don't know what the hell's going on right here. Not that one. This one. This is an experimental model that shows areas. I don't even know what I'm looking at. So the UK is definitely developing a system. We can show the UK. UK is showing our system developing deeper into the Caribbean. That's why I keep reminding the Caribbean people to be watching more. And of course, Bermuda, with both of these systems, if you look at the spaghetti models, regardless, we're always keeping an eye on our Bermuda friends too. So it's just, things are just way too far away right now to really know anything with any certainty. But the UK model, let's look at that real quick. Oh man, we're gonna do a record for Windows here today. I have a feeling. Let's see what Chrome's got, man. Let's crank it up. All right, so UK is not a bad model, but it's definitely showing a little more development than the Euro is as far as Invest 99 goes. And it's showing possible development here close to the Virgin Islands. This is on Monday. So things are pushing east. West. Gotta screw that up every time. Models are pushing 99 a little bit more west. So this is the UK. So if you're in the Caribbean, keep your eye on Invest 99. Or if a piece of it breaks off and heads your way. The UK is showing a little bit of development there. And then it pulls it straight north. So, God, I wish things made more sense, but they don't right now. So I'll just be honest. Hopefully you got something out of all this mess. Hey, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, socks, 43, 44 tabs. Hurricane heading California, Joy F. Yeah, it'll be a little weaker by then. I talked a lot about it. You can go to my website, mikesweatherpage.com, spaghettymodels.com, and there's all kinds of graphics showing what's going on. So, Hawaii. Who would have thought, right? We're talking about Hawaii and California more than any other continental U.S. state out there right now. And we do have a storm that's south of Hawaii right now, if you're wondering. I believe it's going to go underneath it. Greg's underneath it now. Fernando is not close. Greg's underneath it. And it's going bye-bye. So Greg is south of it. So if you saw anybody hyping that, it's way south of Hawaii. I shared the flip-flop post last night. Was it Scott's Hawaii? Don't get me wrong if I'm messed up. They out of the blue mailed me Hawaii or some flip-flops last year when they saw how tore up mine were. That was nice of them. And they're donating like all their proceeds now to Maui, which is really cool. So I shared that last night. They didn't ask me to do it. I just thought it was cool. So thank you for doing that. Socks and sandals, Nathaniel, I know. What's up from the Big Bend? Yes, Keisha Softly. What's up, Ian? Ian, you might get a little bit of CAG, Central American Gyre, maybe some stuff pulling up your way. Now, I will show you the GFS just because I told you I wouldn't. I lie. Didn't do it that time. Let's see if it did it. Kind of the same thing. So here's midweek next week. This is the general thinking of this CAG setup. So the Euro did it once, CMC did it once, now the GFS did it once. This is that off-the-wall idea that something can pull up from the Caribbean middle of next week. So that's a long way away, but that's something that I mentioned briefly. Could possibly be something to maybe come up out of the Caribbean. That's believable. That would actually be remnants of this weekend's wave that isn't really shown up yet, that comes down here, a bunch of low pressure, maybe pulls up. So it's very, 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 very. Oh, hey, whoop, 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 whoop. So look at this. The 12Z Invest 99 model just came out. Look, Caribbean. Look how close it is now. I got a lot of people down there watching. That's what we talk about the Caribbean. But look at that compared to this. Makes you think it's going to go way past the Caribbean. I'm telling you, they'll probably adjust this circle a little bit more at 2 p.m. And locally, we're keeping a close eye on the Bahamas, the Western Atlantic. Okay. Hope I covered it. Oh, you like the hat? Well, the hat is a TikTok thing, but we got a lot of people watching. Hey, that's awesome, Shelly. People ordered them. That's great. Hey, John, what's up? K Miller, welcome to 70s. That's pretty cool. It is going to be cool. Today is Thursday, so we did talk about this. What was... So, yeah, I talk long range, and then I sometimes forget to verify it. So we talked about this cold front. How cool was it this morning for our folks in the southeast? Let's see. Did we get any 60s in Florida this morning? Inquiring minds want to know. So let's go to regions, and then we go to southeast. Let's see. Let's go back. Ooh. What's the date today? 17th. So when you look around 6 in the morning, we'll say. Oh no, 12Z. Oh, ooh. We had a 69 in Mobile, Alabama. 73 looks like bottom part of Mississippi there. Gulfport, maybe. Let's zoom in a little closer to Florida and see here at about wake up time. We did have a 69. We had 71 in Pensacola. So somebody in Pensacola got a 69 degree morning. Congratulations. A taste of fall. Pumpkin spice time. What's up, Mr. Bryce Phillips? St. Louis, Mississippi. Katie Haley, Soggy Bahamas. Are you on a ship again, Katie Haley? Are you on a ship again? It's going to have rain tomorrow. Fortunately, you got rain coming. So, oh man, hey Mr. Sherman, what do you think about a hurricane or tropical storm Hillary heading your way? I don't know what part you live in, but like the 30s was the last time I heard it, a direct hit tropical system. I had to do my homework on that. What if I type a state into my little fun little So by the way, the website's updated. If you have the app, I appreciate it. It's $2 a month, or like $18 for the year, I think. They're always raising my prices. I can't believe it. But, oh, that's not what I was going to click. I'm going to do a quickie little app. Where's my app button? Appy. Where are you, little guy? There you are. Okay. Oh, I'm already logged in. Cool. All right, so I am going to send out a notification. This is what we do. Push notification. I do a lot of. I don't do it in the morning because we have some people in this that live in the central Gulf Coast there, so I don't want to wake anybody up. You know. So we now have Invest 99 and Invest 98 in the Atlantic, and I'm gonna put app website updated. Now let's see how long it takes to get to your phone. We now have Invest 99, and people love this because you know what? Some people don't pay attention to tropics and they don't watch TV. A lot of people don't anymore. We now have Invest 99 and Invest 98 in the Atlantic webs. Okay, so I'm gonna send this out. Let's see how long it takes to get there. There we go. All right, so app was sent. Hey, U.S. Virgin Islands. Who's that? Somebody from the Virgin Islands. That's awesome. So you definitely got to watch this weekend, Virgin Islands. Very tricky. The last, these models, see, look, I'm telling you, they don't know where the sitter is going to set up on this first blob. A lot of dust out there right now, too, so it's kind of hard for anything to get too organized right now when you have all this dusty, dry air out there. 60% is pretty aggressive on the National Hurricane Center, though, I will admit. I was a little surprised they went that much. Where am I? Oh, God, where the heck is my dusty, dry map at? Man, let's see. I thought it was on this side. It's on this side. I think I learned the site by now. I haven't changed it in 20 years. Maybe it was the medicine yesterday. I was disappointed. I didn't feel as loopy as I thought. I actually thought I was normal when I came out of my deep sleep. It's probably because I drink too much. Doctor said I look great though. All right, so there's tropics in a nutshell right here. This is cool looking. This is what we're watching here. That's going to cross the Bahamas and Florida. This is what we're watching. Here is somewhere down here. I think that's 90. So this is the big question mark. We have no question mark on that. That's 98. That's a definite. Which one of these is 99? But there's a little pocket of dry air. This dry air is going to be pushed on out of here. There's that frontal line right here. So the dry air is probably running into a brick wall. Let's see if we got a cool animated map here. My Fox Hurricane. Looking ahead here. Let's fast forward. And Thursday. It does kind of creep into Florida a little bit. Interesting. So that might help a little bit dry things up. But I don't know. We will see. Lot to watch. Lots to watch. All right. So let's do tropics in a nutshell here. Let me. So system here, crossing Florida, going to be watched early next week. Guaranteed. This is the big question mark. This one right here. Does it actually end up coming a little bit closer to the Caribbean? Does it keep on going here and eventually turn up or get stronger and go out to sea? So this is definitely a scenario that's been shown, or just a new area coming up from a general low pressure area next week. So places to unofficially watch here, and this going a little bit more deeper into the Caribbean. It's the two question marks at this point in my book. And then, of course, what does this do strength-wise? But that's obviously not any other change in thinking other than we watch tropics. But there's no models showing much development with this. So if there was anything out there to be worried about, there's really nothing out there to be worried about except for rain. But you got to watch it. We watch these things. Anything can happen in that Gulf of Mexico if the conditions are right. So, all right. So there'll be a new National Hurricane Center update at 11 a.m. with a new. No, there won't be. It'd be 2 o'clock. What am I thinking? It's 2 o'clock is when they update the circles. They don't update 11 unless there was a named system. So there'll be a new update for, I don't even know what they do in Pacific. So by the way, Pacific has their own set of names. When you saw the updated hurricane predictions, that's for the Atlantic, not Pacific. So all these name predictions that we saw last week only pertain to Atlantic names, not Pacific names. That's why Hillary is over there, not here. Our H name here is Harold. So we have Emily, Franklin, Gert, and Harold to come. We've only had officially 4 named systems. 5 systems, 4 have been named. Arlene, Brett, Cindy, and Don. I don't even remember any of them. Anyway, did anybody get their app? Oh, I did. Look, did you get yours? I got mine. There it is. Look, that's what it looks like. Mike's weather page. Okay. Here's what the app looks like, by the way. You can see I got a section for Hillary, Invest 99, and Invest 98. You can watch the Daily Brew. So you click on Invest 99 and you got all the links that you could possibly want. Real simple to use. Discussion, models, intensity, all that good stuff. Satellite page. So real easy to use. All right, so news in the making. Let's see, anything going on sponsor-wise? Nope. I was over with Furman. Big job for me yesterday. I went over there and helped Furman deliver a bunch of generators and get their fast set up. So if you saw the picture of my truck, I was hanging out with Furman Home Central here as they get their trucks ready to go in case they need to be deployed. We're going to TVBC. Can't wait to have that first beer after my procedure today. Got a new graphic here from our great friends at Lodging Solutions. They've been long-time followers. Base Camp's Mobile Lodging. I think they're the biggest in the country. They're deployed when they need portable housing. Look at all these tractor trailers they have. Portable sleepers. They set up tent cities for thousands of people overnight. 5,000 people overnight. They cook for them. They have toiletries. They have linens. I mean, when power companies need, FEMA needs, EOC needs, they call up our good friends at Lodging Solutions and they're like, we need 5,000 beds. And overnight, these guys and gals put together a city wherever disaster strikes or wherever they're needed. They've done fires. They've worked on the border. They've worked hurricanes a lot. So it's an amazing company. So it's a fascinating company. They're based out of Houston. But these are all their trucks, man. They got so many trucks. It's just unheard of what they do, man. They got portable showers, and it's just phenomenal. But anyway, do a little shout out to them. I haven't said hi to them in a while, so we really appreciate it. They really support what I do, and obviously all of our companies do. So I can do what I love, talk weather 24/7. All right, well, we've been streaming an hour, so we'll be doing it again tomorrow. It's Friday. I'll put together maybe a little YouTube video tonight. I always do these 5 o'clock somewhere, but not changed. A lot changed since the last one, but I'll wait till the afternoon models come out and do one today. Just kind of reiterate things. I have a feeling the NHC is going to shift their cone a little bit on Invest 99. I hope I didn't screw that graphic up this morning. That looks silly, and I get somebody calling me out. I did. I just assumed the first one was 98. Oh well. Somebody's out there probably bashing me. All right. Hey, y'all have a great day. I'm going to fix that graphic because I don't want to get yelled at online. Hurts my feelings. Hey, thanks for the app, Janice. Shelly, thanks for all you do. And hey, Disaster Rescue Response. Look at that. You guys know who they are. That's great. We'll see everybody. Jason, you actually have one, buddy? Jason Strong? Jason, if you got one, I'll pay you to mail it overnight. I'll PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever you want, buddy. Just email me, mikesweatherpage@gmail.com, and I'll get right back to you. But if you got one, you the man. The man. My Chili's man. All right. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.